Hello, everyone, and welcome. We are going to get started in just a moment. And I'm going to turn up my volume here so I can hear you guys if you need anything while we're doing this. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to start with a screen share, or actually a video here. Let's get my camera on. All right, so we are live in the classroom. Can you see me? I'm here. Okay. So this is all about smart signs today, different signage options for you. And so whatever your existing signage is, it's okay if your existing signage, I'm going to lean down here because I forgot my tripod today. If your existing signage is not what I'm showing you, because you have options, don't freak out. Your signage will get damaged. Over time, you'll need new signage, and I'm sure new technology will come. I have been constantly adapting my signage one sign at a time over the years as the technology changed. When QR codes first came out, I ran out and used QR codes. Then we realized that nobody had the technology in their cameras. Eventually, those signs went away. Then we had the text codes, the 1-800 numbers, if anybody remembers those from back in the day, with the little PIN number extensions. Those were cool. Then those weren't cool anymore. At one point, I had a toll-free number. I had every gimmick under the sun. I think we got it down to a pretty good technology at this point. So I'm going to go ahead and pinpoint myself here in the group so then we can, you're stuck looking at me. So again, some of you guys have been with EXIT a long time, and some of you are brand new to EXIT, and you may have something different. So it's not a criticism if you have something different. You will note that I have not the latest either, because there's something new out there. There's always something new. So your signs, when you get them from Oakley or American Signs by Tomorrow, which is by my house, I don't care where you get your signs, but your signs have to have lead capture. So a call to action and lead capture. I have so many different instances of what I call stupid signs. And that is, number one, they've got an office phone number on it because either the office makes them do that, or that the person just puts it on there. Why would you put an office phone number that rings to an office line to somebody that's never seen the house or isn't even licensed? Or they just have a cell phone number. How many people want to actually call your cell phone? They don't want to talk to you. They want information on the property. So for a long time, we were putting websites on. What's the problem with the website? It doesn't have lead capture. How do you know who's on your website? Unless you want to create a landing page, but then you're asking to sign in. You think they're going to sign in as they're driving past the place or they're walking by? They don't want to do that. So EXIT has these text codes. So this is one of my signs. This is the one you probably see out quite a bit. And in front of your listing, now, if you can't have a sign in front, we're going to talk about that in a second. I have a live demo of what all of these look like that I'm going to play for you in a minute. I've got various versions of this sign. So on some of them, I have text exit to 85377. So this can be moved wherever, anywhere, and as long as it's on the MLS, within a couple hours, you'll get a email from EXIT, from the Expert Marketing Suite, saying all your tools are now here. And one of those tools is the geolocational smart sign. Even if you don't have a sign out front, if you text EXIT to 85377, it will know that you are looking, someone's in front of the property or at the property if you're at an open house, and it will send them the information on the EXIT listings nearest to that property. Obviously, they'll be in front of or in that property. They'll click on it, and then they'll get all the information on that property, and you will know who they are because they texted. So you'll get their cell phone number. If you have Wise Agent and EXIT tools connected using the API key, guess what? It feeds right into your Wise Agent and tells you which property it was on. It's genius. Wise Agent is the only CRM that does that with the EXIT tools. What is another option? Well, I'm glad you asked. I brought them all. So this is the second option. And again, if you want IDFPR compliant, you got your logo And the exit logo, exit has to be equal or bigger. Amanda will do that for you. So I've got my little logo and the exit logo. And then this is a under contract sign that can be just listed, anything like that. Oh, you guys can see in the classroom, can't you? All right, so on this one, I have for full details text Libert to 85377. This is my least favorite one. Here's why. It sends them my digital business card, and then it sends me their information, but it's like, it's got your listings, it's got some other information. It's okay, it's decent, it's fine. It's better, it's certainly better than anybody else's technology out there. However, what I didn't love about it, now that the technology has evolved, is that there's an even better option that I'm going to show you. I don't have a sign for this yet because these signs are going to be up. These are my last two good ones. But I'm going to get riders made. So you can get signed riders made. If you've made your sign, like, oh man, I love this idea. You know, I didn't have any text code on there at all. So you can have text exit to 85377, of course, which a lot of you do. You can get a rider if your sign doesn't have that says text exit to 85377, or you can have it a new way. And the new way is your smart sign code. So your smart sign code, so mine is LookWithLibert. What's the difference between Libert and LookWithLibert? And by the way, you can make them whatever you want. Libert goes to my digital business card. LookWithLibert sends them the 10 nearest properties wherever they are. So the exit code sends them the 10 nearest exit listings to wherever they are. So your smart sign can move with you. Back in the day, I would spend $50 on a custom sign for each listing with the individual property text code. You can do that. You could also spend $14, $15 on a rider. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do the individual property text codes and then throw that sign or rider out. I am cheap, frugal, whatever you want to call it. So I'm going to reuse my signs. I am going to use the individual property text code, that E19 blah blah or whatever, and I'm going to show you a live example in a second. I'm going to use that in all my social media, at the property, etc., because that goes directly to the listing. They don't even have to touch a button. But I'm not going to spend money on custom signs. If you would like to do that for each listing, bless you. You've got a better credit card than me. So let me show you what these look like. And we do not have a large attendance today because this is a boring class to some. However, it is where I get a lot of leads. So let me show you. I made a new video. I'm going to go ahead and do a screen share now. And this new video, it's not public. I don't think it'll ever be public, but you guys will get a copy of it. And it is I drove past and stopped on my way to Skokie. So let me pull this up here. I drove past and stopped in front of one of my listings. It does not have a sign out there, but obviously all the text codes work, whether it has a sign or not. It's a condo in a condo building. So here's what the differences are. Let me go ahead and play this video for you. I think I'm breathing deep during it, so we don't need to see that. Okay, so I'm in front of one of my listings. The Expert Marketing Suite, I have it programmed in my phone, 85377. The first one is the individual property text code. And I'm going to show you guys where to find that if you have never used them before. Mary's got one printed out, I believe, right now. Once you text that in from anywhere in the world, they get this, the link that opens up the individual property website for that listing. The individual property website for that listing. Now, watch this, of course. Scroll down. It's got your virtual tour. It's got all the property documents. We are the only brokerage that has that. It is such cool technology. Then all the other cool things about the area. This is all done for you with the exception of the property documents. And I've taught you how to do them, and I'm more than happy to teach you how to do them again. So that's the individual property custom code. Then here's the exit code. If you're just going to text exit, So a lot of you have the generic signs or the generic riders. Now using that, so there's the 10 nearest exit listings to that property. Obviously, the top one is mine because it's geolocational specific. It goes to the same website. Scroll down, just making sure there it is, all the cool information. I got the bylaws, RPR area report, my Zen link. So this is literally what they have to text at the open house to get any information. Now, this is the new one. Look with Libert. I'll show you how to make one of these today. So that one, and obviously you see I'm getting the lead from the center at the same time. This one has the 10 nearest listings to wherever they're in front of, one of which is mine. The only problem is in like a high rise. Do you see that mine was not the first one? I was like, oh, darn. It's a little off, but I'm thinking like most of the time people will be able to figure that out. And plus, like, I'll take the leads on the rest of it. When they click on that, my listing, then it again goes to the same piece. But what I liked in there, did you see where it said want to list your home? That's the difference. And also it has view my business card at the top. A little bit of a custom feel and a little bit more of a prospecty. So I'm going to start using that on my signs versus the text exit. I'm going to start using that. The last option, which some of you guys are already using, so you've been using it for many years. I put my business card, my digital business card, Libert. And then that one, you can see I've customized it, played with it, of course. I showed you guys how to do that. Then when they click on it, then it's got my listings, all the other stuff on there as well. So it's, it's fine. It's fine. There's nothing in. The only thing is that I'm thinking is that if we really want to go property specific, then I would say your LookWithLibert or your whatever yours is would be an option moving forward. And again, you've got signs, you're going to get more listings. These signs will get beat up. Don't beat yourself up because you don't like what you currently have. I would only say throw out any signs that don't have any lead capture at all. Now, let me go into the expert marketing suite and let me show you how all these things, there's everybody else. Hi guys, glad this is being recorded. Okay. Let me go and show you guys where to get hey Hugo, where to get the rest of this. So we're going to go into EXITRealty.com. Move this screen down to the bottom. And we're, of course, going to go into the resource center. And hopefully all of you are using your digital business card. But I'm going to show you where the individual property text codes live. And then also where the smart sign lives. So if you go into, keep having to move that stupid little thing around. If you go into under your name, you of course have your My Mobile business card, which mine is Libert. Well, hello, just saw you on the Zoom. And then underneath it is new. This is my smart sign. So my smart sign is allowing them to, wherever they are in the US or Canada, when they text that, it sends them the 10 nearest listings in the MLS. Obviously, if it's in front of your property, one of those will be yours, right? And then if it is not in front of your property, so if they're just doing it for anywhere else, they get whatever they're looking at, and then you see where they're at. So that's how I got a referral in Michigan. Was a friend of mine was up in Saugatuck, Douglas, and used that because I post it every Memorial Day, Labor Day, July 4th, Thanksgiving, because I know people are gone. And sure enough, and I'm like, oh, I see you're looking in that zip code. What are you looking at? Well, I'm thinking about getting a vacation home. Oh, he goes, but I know you're not licensed up here, right? I'm like, I have a great agent up there. Scroll online real quick to look for an agent. 25% referral fee on a $500,000 place. I spent that money. But this is the code. It works everywhere. But again, what I didn't realize was it's really great for your smart sign. It's really great for your smart sign. So let's go in, and again, here is a sample of different things out there. And then when you click on list with me, it goes straight into your business card. Also, there's some other cool things on your digital business card. That's the digital business card is beside the point. I think the fact that there's even like a list with me option on it. So depending on what you're doing, where you're at, what the media is, there's different codes for everything. I want to also show you, and this is also, I think, really important to show the client, is most everyone else out there has a cell phone number on their stuff, and that's it. Maybe a website. Where's that traffic going? This is going specifically to my cell phone and my CRM and to that client that gets them all the information. I get them more information than anyone else. And that is, I will guarantee that. And I keep saying it, hoping someone will challenge me, because I did so much research on this, because I actually just wanted to copy what some other firms had. Because what I wanted to do was be able to have PDFs and documents and links, and no one else had it. I called my friends at Compass, App Properties, all the other ones, and nobody had this. And they're like, well, I don't think we can do that. I went to Exit and I said, is this possible? And they said, why would you want to do that? I said, let me show you. So how to find your individual property tax code. Now, here's the other fun thing. If you just don't allegedly have the time or don't want to do this, Amanda has access to all of the text codes. So if you notice, she's starting to, she's starting to, Mary's got one sitting right in front of us. So if you click on market my listings, now I have access to everybody's listings. So this is a poor example. You will just have access to yours. By the way, if you've never had a listing or you don't have listings right now, you can literally click on demo listing and it will give a demo. So for the consumer, it will give them a demo. For you, you click on your listing, whichever listing it is. Now, this one of mine is under contract, but 3 leads on that one. And where you add in any of that property information, I'm actually going to go into the Commonwealth listing, since that's the one I used in the live example. So again, you're in properties, the Market My Properties tab. There it is. And this one, I have 4 leads so far. And under documents and links, that's where I've got the rules and regs, the bylaws, the rental policy amendment, market research, AKA the RPR area report. Michelle and I were just talking about that. And then what else? Oh, a link to what? Zenlist. So at my open house, I'm like, text this code. It will give you everything you need about this property, the floor plan, all the photos, the virtual tour, an area report. Oh, and if you want to figure out what else is going on in the market, there's a link to Zenlist. Bam. And how much paper did I have? None. I had the piece of paper in a frame that said I've gone paperless, that's just in your templates. And I literally did a live demo of how to set up that open house and send it to you guys on Sunday. So this is just amazing technology. And right up at the top is automatically the text code, and Amanda has access to all the text codes too. If you don't yet have your Wise agent set up with this, I'm going to show you quickly how to do that. So you go to Wise agent. It should look familiar. To some of you, this is review, but some of you will watch this later and say, what's Wise agent? And that's just my life at this point. All right, so let's get you guys into, this bar is going to drive me nuts here. You guys can see that at home. That thing has been moving around on me. All right, in Wise agent, you click on integrations and then settings. And then on the left-hand side, there's that API keys. You do not need a new key. You only need 1 key. You want only 1 key. And so that you're going to copy that key. And then you're going to go over into the resource center, the EXITRealty.com resource center. And then under your name and hopefully your photo, You're going to click on settings and preferences. And notice there's only one CRM listed there because there's only one CRM that works with all the exit tools. And boy, are the other CRMs mad about that, but I don't care because I wanted this. And then you cut and paste your API key. If there's already one in there, that means you've done this previously. So you don't need to do it again. And then what happens is not only do you get the leads, and by the way, if you guys are sitting at home or watching this later, because it's funny, I know sometimes people watch it later because I'll get the text code in the middle of the night. I'm like, someone's watching this video at 3 a.m. and that's great. If you go into any of my listings and you want to do it as a sample. So again, we'll go back into Commonwealth. And by the way, if you have procrastinated on, if you procrastinated on asking Amanda for a flyer and it's the middle of the night or it's like an hour before your open house, you do realize they do have some basic flyers right in here. You can do portrait or horizontal. I showed you how to do that on Sunday, and then it has the text code built right in. And I literally screenshotted that and threw it on my social media because someone was late. For you guys, everybody though, when you get into this individual property, obviously this would be the text code you would be putting on your social media, etc. It's not only going to go into the Exit Resource Center, it's going to send you a text with that person's phone number, their cell phone number, of course, because what? They texted it. And then in Wise Agent, look what happens. It goes in your contact list and it will tell you what property they're contacting you on. So obviously this number may look familiar because it's me. I texted on my Kedvale listing. And so there is right there, Kedvale. So it'll give you the address of the property, or it will say mobile business card. So you know it was a general inquiry. So you've got the ability to really drill down, because then eventually what I'm going to be able to teach you is how to start automated follow-up based on how the lead came in. So that's called lead sourcing. That is not today. We will not burn you guys out in one day with that, but that's where I want to take this next. But you have to use the text codes. You got to use the text codes. So what questions do you guys have on the text codes, where to use them, how to put them in your social media, anything like that in the classroom or at home? Feel free to speak up. Hugo, I think Hugo, you're muted, but I hear you talking. He's going to unmute himself. There he goes. Yes, sir.
For the text code, is that individual to each property, or is it, how does that work? I'm not sure.
Okay, so the text code, the long one, let's go back into the marketing suite. So each individual property, when it hits the MLS, gets its own text code, and it's a long one. It's E1 whatever, blah blah blah. It starts with an E, and you'll get an email. And here's how I find the email. If I've gotten 8,000 emails, I just type in the property address, the number, so 2336 Commonwealth, and then Expert Marketing Suite or Exit Realty, and it will pop up. And you'll, if you can't find it, but it's also just sitting right here in the resource center. And so that comes for each individual property once it hits the MLS on the open market. Kelly, you did a private listing network on your first one here when you moved over to Exit. You didn't get the text, you didn't get this tool, did you?
No, I didn't.
You did? Yeah. Even though it was on the private listing network? So it's the one, yeah, you don't get these until they go live on the MLS, because like everyone else, it doesn't feed back to the other tools. So Hugo, that's the one to each individual property to get their individual code. Then you of course have your mobile business card, which is just all your cool general information about you. And then some of us have been adding in the ZenLink to our ZenLink profile because that's such a strong value proposition, even more than the mobile business card. And if you wanted to add that in, of course, let me go into the mobile business card, because I see Sheena and Emily whispering that they need to do this. That's why I'm here, guys. So you can, of course, by the way, one other thing, you can, if you have not used your digital business card a lot yet in marketing in a lot of places, but you have thrown it on your smart sign, you've thrown it on your signs. I think there's a few of you that did that. They're like, "Ooh, that's cool. I want my digital business card." You can switch. Someone may have tipped off corporate that some of their agents were thinking that that was the best option. And then I saw the smart sign and was like, "Ooh, that's a really cool idea." You can literally click on switch codes and switch the two out. So you could have your smart sign code be your digital business card code, or and vice versa. They just can't be the same. So if you plastered Libert all over your smart signs, but you haven't really used that digital business card anywhere else, you can just literally flip the switch on it. But I don't think you need to do that because your signs are going to wear out, and who knows what ideas I'll have for you next month. But there, you've got your mobile business card, and then you've got your smart sign text code. And the smart sign text code goes right to, oh, by the way, look, there's a QR code for that. Although I wouldn't really use that in a lot of places. The smart sign, there's your link to that. Text LookWithLibert. Oh, and there's a reply message. I'm going to have to customize that, but I won't touch that today. And then fallback search. Oh, this is new. I don't know what that is. So don't touch that because I haven't touched it yet either. Let me screw it up on my own first. So mobile business card, that's all your generic information about you. It's very good stuff. And again, everything we should be doing moving forward, this goes back to last Friday's training. Everything we do moving forward, Emily, thank you for this, has to have, in my opinion, a lead capture and a call to action. If you're just saying, see my new listing, see you at the open house, or call me, message me. Okay. Number one, if you could message me, good luck. Unless it's one of you guys and I've got you programmed my phone, I'm getting so much garbage out in the streets. I don't even know where it goes. And it doesn't feed into the CRM. If your phone doesn't, until you program somebody in your phone, it doesn't even sync up to Wise Agent. But if somebody's texting these codes, it automatically goes into Wise Agent and tells you where it is. And for those of you that don't know Forewarn yet, I'm going to have a very special training for you on Forewarn. The reason why I'm going to have a special training with you on Forewarn now is because the Chicago Association of Realtors voted to keep it by one vote. And I literally had to lobby for days to do that, along with some help from Eve, from Carmen, and from Natasha. So if any of you guys see them, thank them, because that's why we still have, because they shared some personal stories during a board meeting for me. Forewarn, you put in their cell phone number and it gives you all their information, all of it, alarmingly low, all of it. Yes, I paid off that 2010 tax lien, which still shows up on my 10. It was $100. Guys, this has been hopefully very helpful to you. Let me show you one more thing. If you don't have a listing, but you are sitting a listing, Michelle, I'm looking at you, at an open house, or you want to share a listing, let me show you how to do that. So I am in this is a place I'm touring with a client tonight. What if I got the agent's permission to share that listing? But the problem is what? Well, not everybody's on Zenlist yet, right? Less than 1% of Chicago agents are using Zenlist. So you are in the 1%. You're welcome. If you click on more though, in any particular listing, so let's go into address. So search by address. So I'm going to go into that building, 3631 or Paulstead. And there that beautiful place is. And I'm going to click on more. This is new. Share URL link. With the agent's permission. So remember, any of our agents, I would hope, would love to have their listings shared. So if you want to figure out all of our inventory, you go to EXITStrategyMovesYou.com. And you click on inventory and it has a list of everything that's actively on the open market. I'm still on a rampage about the private listing network, even though I might have to use it in an emergency. I know I'm bothering you. And so, ask any of our agents, please, but I can't believe they'd say no, and anybody else at another company. Don't you guys sometimes get solicitations? I do. And I say, absolutely, please promote my listing. Sell it everywhere. You would then share that Zen link anywhere you want, social media, etc. And then what it does is it gives them the basic information. And then obviously it says, and for more information, join me on Zenlist. And then they obviously are now your client on Zenlist. It's a gateway drug. It's a new piece of the action of the gateway drug. There's more new features. Yes.
Question. Do we have to get your permission to share it with another office or another agent from another office?
I'm sorry, say that again.
Do we need your permission to share it, to share it with another agent from another office?
Well, why would you be, okay, I guess I'm confused. I'm showing you how to share a listing with everybody else out there to get more leads. You're saying, do I need if it's on the MLS, they can look at it. You can send them an address. I guess I don't understand the question. Why wouldn't I not? If it's on the MLS, of course I'd want them to, but if it's, whose listing are you talking about? Is it my listing?
My listing.
Your listing, I still don't understand the question. Give me the scenario.
I've been at other agencies and I've had requests. My broker said, no, you can't share it because they're from another office.
Oh, you're saying if we had a list, why would I not want to get more buyer leads? The answer as the owner of the company is, as long as you have the permission of the listing agent to promote their listing, of course, I would love more buyer leads, wouldn't you? Yeah, yes. I don't even want to know who that broker owner was. Somebody ridiculous. So yes, please, but just have the listing agent's permission. My expectation is if you are talking to another exit strategy agent, that they would love to have their listing promoted. So, and if not, have them talk to me and I'll help them see the lights. Or the door. No, I'm kidding. You guys all control the marketing of your listings, but little bonus tip for you guys today. Any other questions on text codes, text code marketing, signage, or this new fun little feature for those of you guys that don't yet have listings?
Very cool. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you for the question. Sorry, it took me a while to get it. I swear I've had 4 cups of coffee today. I'm very, very awake, but still not there. Now, one more thing, guys, is I have you for another couple minutes, I think, and then we'll turn this off and we'll talk in here, see what else the live people need today. One other thing that I want to say while we're here together is that you've got all these other tools that I think we need to do a better job of articulating to the consumer when you're trying to get more listings. Hugo, you are cold calling. Bless you, my friend. That is literally the hardest gig in the business. He's cold calling. He's accountable for it. He's working very hard at it. I would love to see all of you use the text code. It's called, hold on, I've got to remember it. Great presentation, Nick Libert. What is this code? So I have these text codes for the office. You guys you guys see them all the time. Because I use them all the time. Academy, of course, is the one for the school. Consider is for agents that might want to consider a change. Difference is for consumers. And it also has a little bit of a tweak for agents. And when they text difference to 85377, they get a link to a video about why exit's different for buyers or sellers. And it walks them through the text code marketing, the geolocational smart signs, all the different things that we do, that we provide photos on our listings. You're going to want to, you guys want to use that. And I will continue to upgrade and do better on those videos, but that's the permanent text code, difference. Text difference to 85377, and it will pop you up what I call a showcase of things for them. Showcase of reasons why we're different. It will help you out in your prospecting. All right, guys, this has been recorded. It will be up soon. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Couldn't even see the whole